What the heck is poopin', H2Hos and roller bros alike? I'm your guide Q, and welcome back to r/dontfundme. Today we're looking at one GoFundMe project for a Border Patrol agent that started an $8 million fire at his gender reveal party. The fire destroyed 47,000 acres and required assistance from 800 firefighters in Arizona. So we're going to look at the entire project itself and additionally the response from the community, both people that supported him and people that condemned his actions. And let's just hop into this very, very expensive cringe. Hi, my name is Jeff, and I live in Sahuarita and absolutely love this city. I came across this story on Facebook about a local Border Patrol agent named Irresponsible Idiot. I'm hoping as a community we can come together and help this gentleman and his family. He was celebrating his gender reveal party and filled a target with a colored powder, and when he shot the target, which had tannerite, it quickly started a brush fire and the rest is history. He said it was the worst day of his life. I posted links to the story and also the Facebook post that got me thinking how one decision can change your entire life. When I spoke with Irresponsible, he shared with me, I have been a Sahuarita resident for 11 years, and while the media is focused on me being a Border Patrol agent, I am so much more. I'm a father to two great boys, one of whom I've adopted. I'm a veteran who volunteered to go to Iraq after my battalion lost a guy to an IED. I volunteer my time a few days a week at a local gym and used to volunteer at the local American Legion. My wife even works for a small business here in Sahuarita. Okay, let me just stop it right there for a second. Like, I get all the things that you're saying to gain good boy points here, like being a veteran, super legit, volunteering, awesome, being a father, very cool. But your wife working for a small business in your town? Like, I work for a mom and pop restaurant in my hometown. Does that make me some sort of saint? The post on Facebook. This goes to show that we are all just one decision away from drastically altering our lives and possibly the lives of others. This family lives and works in our community and could surely use our kindness, not our condemnation. I'm already seeing lots of negative and mean-spirited comments on the news stories. If that's what you've come here for, you're in the wrong place. And I guess that's another resident from the town they live in. But here's the Green Valley Sun's report on exactly what went down and what the consequences are as a result. Border Patrol agent I committed arson to let everyone in the world know my child is a boy is facing millions of dollars in restitution after pleading guilty Friday to a misdemeanor charge of causing a fire without a permit, 17 months after he admitted to accidentally starting the 47,000-acre sawmill fire east of Green Valley. Irresponsible 37 will be sentenced October 9th and will be ordered to pay $8,188,069 in restitution, the estimated cost of fighting the fire. He will also receive 5 years probation and will be ordered to create a public service announcement about the cause of the fire. And then in the next section, it kind of explains how the court is going to make him pay all the things. It's really boring, so I just skipped past that. During Friday's proceedings, Irresponsible told the court that the fire was a complete accident. I feel absolutely horrible about it, he said. According to court records, Irresponsible started a fire by shooting a rifle at a target he constructed in the Coronado National Forest on April 23, 2017. In support of Irresponsible's summons, U.S. Forest Service Special Agent Brent Robinson wrote, inside the target Irresponsible placed an amount of tannerite, an explosive substance intended to detonate when shot by a high-velocity firearm bullet. Irresponsible fired the shot that exploded the tannerite target, and the resulting explosion caused a fire that spread and resulted in damage to more than 45,000 acres of land, and that explosion was caught on film by a witness. So, of course, you can't just have a gender reveal party with your friends and family and have them enjoy it, the people that you really care about. You gotta film it and post it on Facebook, and nobody's gonna want to watch just some blue powder falling out of a bag. That's so boring. You gotta have an actual explosion. That's something people get excited about and like and comment and share. That's what you want, and thank God somebody filmed it, because now we have proof of exactly what you did. And just skipping over a little bit more, the fire began on state land east of Green Valley and went over the Santa Rita Mountains and was out about a week later. It led to the evacuations of hundreds of people and closed the SR-83 for 3 days. I'm guessing that's a highway or something. Green Valley Fire District Chief Chuck Wonder's in-laws lost 5,000 acres of ranch land, and the fire came within 50 yards of their home and 100 feet of their barn. So adding insult to injury, the guy who had to organize the entire fighting of this giant fire, his in-laws lost all of this ranch land. At its height, about 800 firefighters fought the fire. Much of the charred acreage was grazing land leased from the U.S. Forest Service, the state, and the University of Arizona Experimental Range. No structures were lost.
That's a lot of damage.
So sadly, there was no more information available on the Don't Fund Me post itself, but luckily I was able to track down the actual GoFundMe, and they have raised $2,000 so far, but there's just so much interesting on this actual GoFundMe page. First off, the picture that they use, we're going to look at that in a second to represent the GoFundMe project, and then the comments section, because there were a lot of people that were not supportive of this project whatsoever. So here's the main picture they use to represent the project. Like, this is what you see on the homepage, and you can see something right there at the bottom of this sign: target shooting is not allowed. So that's pretty basic right there. Like, this is not supporting the case at all. Let's look at a couple other pictures here. Here's the actual boy-girl frickin' thing that they were shooting at, and you can see it's surrounded by dry grass. Like, what idiot would do this? Here's the initial explosion, and obviously it looks really cool. Like, this is awesome. This would have made a perfect Facebook post if it wasn't the exact wrong place to do it in. Here's a picture of the fire starting. It's looking pretty scary, and then you get this, the actual result. And this is actually posted by a person that commented on the post, not the person that created the project themselves. But let's look at some of the comments here, because a lot of people are not happy with this project, and they make some really good points. And there are a lot of comments on this post, like more than I've seen in any GoFundMe project we've ever looked at on this channel. Here's what Jessica has to say. Hey! She did not say hey like that. Hi, hey, what's up? Casual reminder that people have GoFundMe pages to raise money for insulin and various daily medications needed to survive. And they're literally rationing what they have left, if any at all, and y'all are giving money to a treasonous mercenary who thought shooting into a box of explosives in Arizona dry bush was a good idea. So quick question, what is wrong with you? Maybe stop doing that and go save lives instead of enabling this guy after he burned up a giant piece of the Coronado National Forest or something. I don't know. Are you friggin' kidding me? This guy breaks the law and gets no real jail time, and now we're supposed to feel sorry for him. Nah, anyone that donates is enabling this dumbass. You're kidding me, right? They didn't throw his butt in jail. I'd say he's already caught a break. Pay the restitution like a big boy and at least pretend you're sorry and have learned from your mistake. Horace here decides to use this opportunity to share his political opinions. No one cares that he was a veteran. The war in the Middle East was a complete failure and a perfect example of modern imperialism. If he was stupid enough to go serve in the Middle East because of pro-war rhetoric, I'm not surprised that you did this dumbass gender reveal. And to top things off, he's a Border Patrol agent. I think Matt makes a really good point here. Ironic that the first photo for this sham of a fundraising campaign is a sign that explicitly states target shooting is not allowed. You'd think a veteran might understand that an incendiary device in a field of dry grass could be a problem. You'd also think that he might try to fix the situation instead of immediately running away. Using guns and explosives as toys is not an accident. It's childish and irresponsible. How dare you suggest this could have happened to anybody? It would have never happened to someone who doesn't play with guns like they're toys. Telling people to donate money so this guy can get out of paying damage he caused? It's bad enough that they let him plead to a misdemeanor instead of a felony so he gets to keep his guns. You want him to get off with no punishment at all, having other people pay his fine for him? Wow, go to hell, you sick person. There are a lot of people much more deserving of help, like the family of that black man who was executed by the police in Alabama, or the desperate refugees that these Border Patrol Gestapo agents are firing tear gas at. It seems like a lot of these people use this platform to share their political opinions. I'm just going out on a limb to say that. Okay. I just scrolled back a bunch, and all before a certain time point are positive comments. So somebody says stuff happens, another person says train yourself to let go of everything you fear to lose. That's a quote from Yoda. Somebody says, this is such a large burden for such an honest mistake. Gender reveal gone wrong. Please give what you can. They are an amazing family. Another person says, I wish I could donate more. Somebody says, complete BS by our ridiculous government. Another person says, because I know where the dad's heart was, right where it should be. Okay, as far as complete BS by our ridiculous government, I'm not like the hugest supporter of the government, but are you talking about the government that stepped in to fund the firefighters that fought that fire to save lives and property and conservation land? Like, who are you getting mad at here? And because I knew where the dad's heart was, yeah, the dad's heart was all thinking about getting more likes on Facebook and having a more extravagant gender reveal. He wasn't, like, this was an unnecessary event. But either way, that's my take on it. I think that lives could have been lost in this situation, and that's probably what makes it most egregious. But at the end of the day, 47,000 acres of land were destroyed by this mistake that could have been easily prevented. And yeah, a veteran should have known better than this. He was using guns like toys, and he's going to get to keep his right to use firearms, which I think is ridiculous. He's shown that he's pretty much as irresponsible as you can be with a firearm without actually shooting someone. But I'd like to know what you guys think of this. Do you think it was a genuine mistake and this guy should not have to pay the $200,000 or $8 million, whatever it comes out to? Or do you think he should be held responsible for his actions? I'm definitely leaning towards the latter. So skate on to the best of your abilities. Make sure you're drinking more water. I will be streaming on Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. The link will be in the description. Also in the description will be the Amazon affiliate links for all of my equipment and stuff. But yeah, be careful out there, guys. Think before you do literally anything, and you won't end up like this guy.